Denise and Stuart. And that is one of my clients, again, in a small Zoom town, wanted to buy a duplex. Now, in that particular town, there are probably about 300,000 or 400,000 people leaving, in this case, Toronto. They're just getting out of Toronto. They want to go somewhere that isn't Toronto. And so when you see a duplex available in this smaller town, you might have 7 or 8, sometimes 10 or 12 offers on it, and it goes over asking, sometimes $100,000 over asking. That's not what I wanted young Nick to do. And he said, well, how do I buy something? How do I find something that's responsible? I said, here's what you're going to do. You're going to find a duplex with the worst leases ever. You're going to find something that has almost no, in fact, it doesn't have cash flow. It doesn't have a 6% cap rate. It probably has a 2.5% cap rate. Nobody's going to want that. Because in Ontario, you have something called the Residential Tenancy Act. And so in many states, in many provinces, you have rent control. You can't get rid of tenants. They're there for a long time. So he said, well, why would I do that? I'll buy something and I'll lose money every month. Ah, no, you'll animate it, Nick. So he did find a property. It was they were asking $500,000 for it, a duplex, and he bought it for $375,000 in a super hot market. Everybody else was paying over asking. He paid $125,000 because the leases were absolutely terrible. However, in the backyard, there's not one but 2 detached garages. One he's turning into a storage unit, and one he's going to turn into a workshop for that live-work condition. And the backyard is so deep and so big, he can build a coach house, which is like a tiny house in the backyard. And so his cap rate when he finishes will probably be about 7.5 or 8%. But when he bought it, it certainly wasn't that. But you're finding properties that no one else wants.